Hello, everybody. This is Teacher Max, and welcome to day one of our online coding winter camp. I'm very excited to see you all here, and welcome. Let's take a look and see what we're going to be using in this camp during our time together. So, I hope everyone is ready and they've found this website, which is called Scratch. This is the home page right here. This is the first page you will see when you go to Scratch. Why is it called Scratch? That might be my first question. Well, there is a saying in English, and it's quite a useful saying. A saying is something we like to say many times when we want to tell someone an idea. This saying is, let's start from scratch. That means let's start right at the beginning with an empty blank piece of paper. That's what we call starting from scratch, which is a little bit like what we're doing now. We're starting from absolutely zero, and we're going to be making some really cool stuff, and I'm really excited about that. So that might be why they called it Scratch. I don't know. That's just my idea. But then we learned another saying, start from scratch. So what are we looking at here? What is this? What are all these pictures and all these words? What do they all mean? Well, if we go down, you might see something like this. All these little things that we can click on. It's a little bit like YouTube. If some of you like to look at videos on YouTube and you can look around at all the different things that we can choose, these are all different videos and games and animations and bits of music and stories that other kids all around the world have made. They have made these already, and we are able to share these stories and these games and these animations with each other. And it's really fun. And you could be just like these kids. They have all made these things using Scratch. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to go up to, you see these words up here? I've got Scratch, which will take us to the home screen. So if you didn't get to the home screen, you can hit Scratch. I've got Create, which we're going to do later. We're going to create something today. Explore, Ideas, and About. Now, first we're going to click on Explore. So I want everyone to click on Explore. Click on that with me. And you can pause this video if you like. And I want you to pause the video and just have a look at all the different things that we could make if we wanted to. If we really learned this and got to a high level. All these things we could make, okay? And there's just so many, I can't even choose. It's crazy, there's too many. So if you want to break it down, we could click on animations. We could click on art. So some people made some really cool artwork. We could go to games. So all of these are games that people have made. We can see there's some Christmas kind of games right here. It's pretty cool. What other things could we look at? Music. People have made music. Well, I'm really interested in music. I want to check this out. I'm going to click on this game. So someone's made a kind of music game using Scratch. Isn't that cool? So how do we look at this? How do we look at someone else's game that they've made? The green flag here, that means go. That's what they want us to click on to start playing their game. And if you look at this, we've got the instructions. So that's where the person who coded this game has left us instructions on how to use their game. So we can read it right here. Want to create some music? Here we go. This is my creator, where you can play on piano and make any music. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to give this a little try right now. Okay, and here you can see I'm now in their game and I can play the piano. So somebody has recreated a piano themselves. How can I do anything else? I don't know, but that's something I want you to explore later. That's just one example, one game. We've got stories. Oh my goodness, someone's made a funny story here. Let me choose a story, and we can have a Christmas story. Here we go. Let's see if some of this is something we can look at. A Christmas story. Ooh. Let's see what's happening with this. So you've got the nice little bit of information here. And if you like it, you can hit the heart down here. You can help that person. So that 138 people liked this story, and 111 people have put it in their favorites because they really like it, okay? I'm going to take that off because I don't know if I like it or not yet. And you can write something in the comments. It's like, so all these people wrote nice things down here. So cool. Wow, great video. Really like your story. Everyone writes nice things. Wow, how do you make animations like this? Okay, so this is where all the people write nice things. Okay, so later if we like it, we can write something nice. Let's see what happens. It's got cool music. What is going on? Oh, that's it. Wow, what do you think, everyone? Was that a cool Christmas story? That was by, this is the person called Stan the Stickman. And that's somebody who made that's the person that made this animation. And if you want, everyone, if you want to, you can click this button here that says see inside. Okay, and if we go, oh my goodness, if we go into here, we can actually see all of the work that Stan the Stickman did to make this game. Look at that. He's got a whole, this is what it takes. All these tiny little pieces are pieces of code that tell Scratch what to do. So that in the end, we've got a cool, funny story. This is what we're going to be learning about. All these instructions that we are giving to the computer. All of this is coding, okay? So if you want, you can have a little, everything that someone has made, you can see inside and see how it was made. It's really, really cool. Okay, let's look at one more thing for some ideas, and then we can go ahead and start making our own. Wouldn't that be cool? Maybe a game. Free fall. This looks pretty cool. We're going to be making our own game as well, by the way. I'm really excited about that. Our own game. We're going to be coding our own video games. Isn't that amazing? Right, I'm just going to go for it. Don't hit anything. What am I doing? Whoa. Okay, I'm moving him with the arrows. I'm falling. So we just go left and right. We just go left and, whoa. I like this music. This is pretty fun. Oh, I'm going to make it to the green flag. Oh no. Game over for me. I hit the block, so it's game over for me. If I want to try again, I hit this green flag, and that means go, and we run it again. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. So, boys and girls, that is our introduction to what we're going to be doing on Scratch. I'm very, very excited, and let's go ahead and do the next section, which will be creating our own first piece of code in Scratch. Let's go to it, okay? Okay, everybody, so our next job today on our day one of this winter coding camp is we are going to be creating something. We are going to be making our first project in Scratch. So what are we going to be doing? We're going to click on create, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be creating something. So we click on create right here, and here we go. This is going to happen. Oh my goodness. Is this a little bit scary? What do you think? Is it a little bit, oh my goodness, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where to start. I don't know what does any of this mean. We are starting from scratch, remember? Starting from scratch. So don't worry, I'm going to show you a few ideas of how we can start to see how this works. So, how does this work? Well, let's first learn a few important words that I'm going to be using again and again when we use Scratch. So, our number one word, we already know, scratch. Scratch literally means when you have an itch, you have to scratch, right? But it also means, in this case, we are starting from scratch, meaning we have this big empty white, see my mouse? This big empty white sheet, which we need to fill with awesome stuff so we can make awesome things happen, okay? So let's learn our first word, scratch. Word number 2 of our new words, all of these little things over here, okay? These things that I can drag over here, and there's many different colors, and they all have different jobs. They all make different things happen inside Scratch. These are called blocks. Blocks. B-L-O-C-K-S. Blocks. And they each have a different job. So you can see they all are color coded. There's blue ones, purple ones, yellow ones. Okay, and later we're going to learn about what each of them do. Okay, for example, these blocks all are to do with motion. Motion means something that moves, how something moves. Okay, so that's our second word, blocks. Our third word is going to be project. P-R-O-J-E-C-T, project, and you can see that up here. Project is the word for what we are doing right now. Right now is a project, and I'm going to name my project. It's like a title. Okay, I'm going to call this Teacher Max's First Project. And I want you to name your project up here as well. So project is just like all the different projects we just looked at. We saw the piano project, we saw the Christmas animation project, and we saw the game, okay? And actually a project is something that you're working on right now. It's something that maybe it's not finished yet. It's something that we are building, and it's a project that's still happening. And it's something that's ongoing. That is a project, okay? Next word is stage, S-T-A-G-E. Now this smaller square over here, that's our stage. That's where, like a stage in a theater, that's where everything is happening. This is what our audience is going to see in the end, okay? So right now I've got this nice cat, okay? He's on my stage, and I can move him around, and can you see these numbers are changing on the left? All those numbers are changing. That's because his position on the stage has a special number, an X and a Y axis. Can you see the X and the Y over here? They're changing every time I move him. So that's the stage, okay? Next word we have is sprite, S-P-R-I-T-E. And can you see down here, it says sprite 1. A sprite is the name of our character, okay? And the sprite is something in our project that's going to be doing something. It's going to be moving, it's going to be talking, it's going to be part of our game that we have to control, it's going to be part of our story. It's something where the action is happening. It could be an object that's moving, it could be an animal, it could be a princess, it could be a monster, it could be anything. It could be Super Mario. Super Mario is the sprite in when you play Nintendo, right? So that's a sprite. And if you see down here, I can choose a sprite. So if I don't like the cat, I can say, go away cat. And this little box down here is where I choose my sprite. Okay, so I can click on here. Wow, look at all these sprites. It could be absolutely anything. It could be a crazy horse guy. It could be some people dancing. It could be food. It could be a glass of water or a taco or an orange or cheesy puffs or a donut. It could be clothes. It could be people. It could be animals. It could be all these things. So later you're going to be choosing a sprite for me. Okay, but I'm going to go back right now because I'm not ready for that. Next word that's very important is work area. Okay, this biggest square right here is called our work area. Why is it called that? Because this is where we are working. This is where we're moving. Oh, I zoomed out too far. This is where we're going to be putting all of our blocks. So later on, maybe I will tell you to drag a block. This is a block. Maybe later I will tell you to drag a block from this toolbox over here onto the work area. That's our work area. Okay? That's very important. Work area. So this is where we're going to be putting all of our instructions, all of our blocks, all of our code. Okay? Very good. And one more last one today is going to be backdrops. A backdrop is something that's going to make our stage look more interesting. It's going to tell our audience, it's going to tell the people who are watching what is going on. Where are we in our story? What's our game? What's the place where this is happening, okay? And all of these backdrops I have right here. I've got castles, I've got a basketball court, I've got all these different places. I've got outer space in a spaceship, I've got underwater, I've got all these fantasy things. It's incredible. We're going to be choosing that a little bit later. So I hope that you can remember all of these important vocabulary words, and don't worry, we're going to go over them again in class. They're going to be really useful when we're talking about how we made our projects and what we did to make them. So your next job is going to be to start creating. Let's go for it. Okay, everybody, here we go. It's time to start creating. Time to start creating. Are you ready for this? I am. I'm really, really excited to get this happening. This is it. This is the beginning. Right, so number one, everybody. I think first, this is what I want you to do, and this is what you're going to send to me in your project. First thing I want you to do is choose a backdrop. Backdrop is the same as a background, by the way. You got backdrop, background, same thing, same meaning. Okay, so what can we do? We could have a surprise backdrop, or we could choose our own. You could pick one from Google Images if you wanted. You can upload one. You can paint one yourself. You could do that if you have some time. That's no problem. You could paint one for me. I think I'm going to have a surprise backdrop. I'm going to keep clicking on surprise and see what I find. Number one, surprise. Whoa! Can you see my stage now has a backdrop? I've got some kind of cool farm, I think. That looks pretty nice. I'm going to keep going though. Ooh, I've got a wintry, snowy mountain. I like that one. That's pretty cool. So you could choose any one you like, okay? When you find one that you like and you think it's going to be part of your story, then you choose that one and you stick with that one. I think I'm going to, do I like the city? Nighttime city? So remember, this is going to be the place where your sprite is going to be moving and talking. This is where your story happens. It's where does it happen? Oh, I've got a real photo now of some flowers. I don't really like that one. Oh, cool. I've got like a real riverside place. I like this one. Yeah, this is me. This is where it's going to happen. My story is going to take place. Well, we're not really doing a story yet, but this is just my first backdrop that I like. My first backdrop will be this one. So I want you to choose your own backdrop. Okay. Then I'm going to choose my first sprite. What's my sprite going to do today? Can I pick a random sprite? No, I'm going to go into my options right here. And who's going to be my sprite? Who's going to be? What do I want to use right now? What am I in the mood for? I've got some crazy animals right here. I've got a giraffe. I've got a hedgehog. I've got a hen. Right now we're in alphabetical order. We're going A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you think of, I don't know, a dog, let's go down to D. Is there a dog? A, B, C, D, O, D, O. Oh, there's D, O, T. Is dog. Oh, there you go, there's dogs. So if you want fish, go down to F. Or you can search right here. I'm going to search for fish. Fish, there we go. Oh, shark. I think I like the shark, Yeah, I'm going to go with a shark. But I can't really see him. But yeah, maybe I won't. Maybe not the shark. I can't really see the shark so good. I'm gonna choose a fantasy crazy animal. I like a dragon. You know what? Yeah, I think this dragon looks good. I think he suits this background. He looks really cool. And what's he gonna do? Okay, we want right now. Right now, it's just a picture, right? He is just a picture. So first thing we are going to do is add some motion. We're going to choose a motion block, okay? And I want him to move 10 steps, okay? That's what he's going to be doing, 10 steps. So he's going to move forward 10 steps like he's walking. So let's get him over here. Okay, so he's going to be over on the left side and he's going to move 10 steps to the right. But when? How does he know when to do that? That's when we need to code. That's when we need to go to an event. An event is when something happens, the next thing will happen. Okay, these are the instructions we are giving to the computer. So I'm going to do it when I click on the sprites. Okay, you could have it when you click on the sprite, or you could have it when you click on the green flag. Both are okay, but right now I want my audience. Audience is the people who are using my sprites. Sorry, the people who are playing with my Scratch game. I want them to click on the dragon for it to do something. Let's see if that works. I'm going to click on my sprite. Oh yeah, see that? It's working. It's really working. When I click my dragon, he moves. That's great. If you want, you don't have. I can throw this one away. I could have. You know what I think is more fun? Go to a random position. That means he's gonna go somewhere crazy when I click him. Let's try it. Whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. See, he's just going all over the place. The computer is following the instructions that I gave it. And it's doing what I want. I told it when I click the sprite, it goes to a random position, and that is working. That's really cool. So I'm happy with that. What else could we make happen? How about some looks? Oh, how about we change color? You could try all these different things, but right now, I want you to try. We're going to change. It's going to go to a random position. And it's going to change its color slightly. It's going to change the color by 25. Let's see if that works. Ooh, can you see that? It's like a colorful, multicolored dragon. See, I've given the computer 3 jobs to do. I've told the computer, when I click this sprite, I want you to go to a random position and change your color by 25. And it's working. It really works. My project is already starting to look really cool. I'm really happy with this. Okay. I think it's not ready yet. I want to give you one more job in this project for our day 1 project. Okay, everyone? I would like you to add a sound. So if you click on these ones, okay? So 3 things are going to happen when I click my sprite. He's going to move position. He's going to change his color. And it's going to play a sound. It's going to play one sound. Right now, it's called Magic Spell. The sound is Magic Spell. Let's see. I don't want it to be too loud. Let's see what it sounds like when I click it. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But let's have a little bit of fun with this, okay? I'll teach you one more thing for today. We can record. This is really, really fun. Your microphone should be working right now. So that's my record. Can you see the line going up and down? That means it's ready to record. What kind of sound would a dragon make when it moves? Maybe a scary roar sound. Okay, I'm going to try and record one. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. And then you hit stop. And that's my scary dragon noise. You can move these lines here so that you really capture. We don't want that silent part in the middle. We hit play. I'm pretty happy with that. It's a pretty cool dragon sound. I'm going to press save. Now here we go. We've got my recording one. I can change the name. Let's just call this sound dragon sound. And this is a really fun part that I really like. I want you to play around with this. That's my dragon sound, but I can make it go faster. Oh, I like that. It's like a little baby dragon sound. Or I can go slower. Oh, that's a bit more scary, isn't it? Oh, I like that one. I'm going to keep that one. If you want, you can make it like a robot. You can add some different effects, like a robot effect. Ooh, okay, I'm going to save this sound. I really like that sound. We're in some tabs right here. So if I go back to this one, I'll go back to coding where we were before. And now I should have the option. If I go to my sound, there's my dragon sound. So with a little bit of luck, if we did this the right way, if our code is right, we can click on the dragon and it's going to change color, move position, and play my dragon sound. Let's try it. 3, 2, 1. Well, there you go. That's our first project in Scratch. I'm very happy with this. Now, what I want you to do, the last thing, so that we can all see each other's projects later, I want you to go up here and make sure you give it a name. So you can call it Erica's Dragon Project or Robin's Alien, whatever you want to do. Make sure you put your name so we know who did it. I want you to press share, this orange button up here, okay? And up here, on the instructions, I want you to tell everyone how to play this game. So here you write the directions. Please click on the dragon and see what happens, okay? That's the instructions for your audience. And down here, you could put anything you like. So you could say, it wants you to tell everyone, how did you make it? Okay, so you could help other people learn. So I'm going to put down here, I chose a sprite, S-P-R-I-T-E, and a backdrop. I chose a sprite and a backdrop. Then I chose the move position, change color, and added a sound to this. Added a sound. This will happen when the sprite is clicked. So I want you to tell me down here in the notes, how did you make this work? Okay, so give me some instructions of how we play this game and tell me about what you did, right? So that's now shared. That's now on Scratch for everyone to see. One last thing you need to do is add to Studio, okay? You should be able to see the Teacher Max Studio right here. Click plus and OK. That way we can all see your Scratch project next time we have a class. And that's it for day one. I hope you enjoyed that. And day two, we'll be making a whole new project that's going to be really fun. Okay, and keep playing, keep exploring, and make as many as you like, and you can share your best one with us in the class next time we have an online class together. And I look forward to seeing you then. Okay, enjoy. Bye bye.